and that is the right to collectively bargain and to form a union here. That ought to be standing up for people here. And I'm proud to have been a part of it. And as president, it will happen under a Dodd administration, I can tell you. Yeah, make that difference. So those are the kinds of issues we care about. We want to see our country, once again, respected around the globe as well. So it's a tall order. It's not going to be easy. But you and I bear the responsibility here of getting this right. I mentioned this morning in Iowa City, where we had a good rally and gathering, that I'm sort of a unique candidate in a number of respects. First of all, I've been at this. I've worked at it over the years. And I'm proud of that experience and the fact that I've been able to bring Democrats and Republicans together. I did that when I wrote the Family and Medical Leave Act. It took me 7 years, 3 presidents, and 2 vetoes. But I'm proud that 50 million Americans can take care of their children or their loved ones for 12 weeks without losing your job. Now, we're going to have more of it in this country. Those kind of things are valuable to people. We need more of that kind of leadership. I think we're tired in this country of the endless political bickering here. We want some action. We want things done. We want to have some pride in our country. A number of months ago, I was telling Harold a day or so ago, I was on a plane and a woman next to me, we got talking. And she ultimately asked me what I did. I told her what I was doing. She said, Senator, I want you to know something. I think, she said, our best days are behind us as a country. I can't tell you how angry I was to hear her say that. But I have a feeling she's not alone in those thoughts. I think too many Americans think that way. I want our best days to be ahead of us. I want America to be optimistic and confident again. I want to see leadership that stands up for our country, producing jobs at home, fighting for people here in the United States. That's the kind of leadership we have. Bring some passion to this job and caring about what happens to our country. And that happens with good leadership. I'm unique, I suppose, in this regard as well. I've got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old daughter. I tease audiences, Harold. I tell them I'm the only candidate for president that gets mail from AARP and diaper services here. I have a rather broad reach with these young daughters of mine. And I tease about it, but it's not a laughing matter in a sense. My daughter, Grace, will turn 6 on September 13th. She was born 48 hours after 9/11. As long as I live, as long as any of us live, and for generations to come, no American will ever forget the 343 firefighters who lost their lives on September 11, 2001. And to greet my firstborn into this world 48 hours later, knowing the world had changed forever for all of us, wondering what kind of a country, what kind of a world she was going to grow up in. It was at that moment that I made the determination that I was going to do everything in my power to see to it that my little girl was going to have a chance to grow up in a country and a world that was going to be a lot safer than the one she was born into. And that's our collective responsibility, not just mine, all of ours. You do it every day here at home. You do it in this city, you do it in this state. But we need to do it in this country and around the world as well, to do everything we can to make this a safer, more secure world for our children and your grandchildren coming up. That's our responsibility. It's our watch now, in a sense here. And I want that to happen. That's why I'm standing at this podium today, asking for your continued support in this battle. It isn't about the candidates for office. It's about the people we want to represent. It's about the country we want to put back on its feet again. It's about a country we want to be proud of again, that takes care of its people, provides a bright future for them, with hope and opportunity, where dreams can be fulfilled. That's what a president ought to be doing. I love being with firefighters for a number of reasons. One, you've got the guts to stand up and say, we don't care what the polls say in October. It's not about who's winning today, but who ought to win when it comes to November of 2008. Not who's leading in the polls, but who ought to lead the country in 2008. That's the kind of courage you're showing, and I want you to all never forget it. You know how to fight, you know how to win. I know how to fight, I know how to win. And together we're going to do it. I tell you here today, these coming weeks. So let's get out there. I want to bring the black and gold to the White House in January of 2009. So I thank you today for standing with me on this important occasion. You're giving me a real lift in this campaign. But we need to get out there and make the case. I believe the door's wide open here in Iowa. I couldn't agree more with Harold. Iowans don't want to be told by someone in Washington or New York or Los Angeles what's going to happen here. I'm doing it the Iowa way. I'm doing it town by town, county by county. Iowans like to meet you, like to talk to you, like to size you up, like to kick the tires, poke you, turn you upside down and shake you a few times. And after that, they'll consider voting for you along the way. And I believe that Iowa ought to be the first caucus in the United States of America. And I'm going to fight to see to it you're that first caucus, by the way. And to get out there and make that difference. So today I thank you for coming out and being here, giving me this vacuum support. I don't have a stronger friend, a better friend, a more loyal one than Harold Shakeberg. He gave me a chance to make my case, and you have. And you took a chance on me, and I won't forget that you stood with me. To stand with me on a day like this, and to say we're with you over these coming weeks to make a difference in these caucuses and primaries. And I want you to know that I'll fight for what you fight for. In many ways, the qualities that you embrace are the qualities that define our country, and the qualities that ought to define the leadership of our country. Leadership, trust, character, values, teamwork. That's what firefighters represent to the people across this country. That's what they'd like to see in their president of the United States. I'm a firefighter. I'm a firefighter today. I'll be a firefighter tomorrow. And on January 20th, 2009, when I take the oath of office as president of the United States, I'll be a firefighter. Thank you all for coming out and being a part of it.